All right. And we are live. What's up, world? How's everybody doing out there? It's Mike Shinnery. Bring out a quick red pill. Oh, hold on. Why is somebody hitting me up? Tomorrow. All right. So, just real quick, I want to make a quick little video. Um, a lot of people that know me know that I don't watch too much TV and whatnot. I get some of my entertainment from watching YouTube. I like to watch people do what they do, um, say what they say. When they're live, it's better because you can see their natural reactions. You learn a lot from watching people. I've always been a people person, and I like to see how they react in in their everyday situations, right? So, yeah, sorry about that. I got somebody scheduling a haircut. All right. So anyway, yeah. So I get a lot of my entertainment from watching YouTube and watching videos and people's reactions to different events around the world. Uh, lately, I've been watching what I like to call the Love and Hip Hop YouTube. There's a lot of arguments going on about the something in the manosphere called the Pookie and Ray Rays against the Lanes, and it's some crazy wild stuff to watch. It's funny, but uh, for me, it's just pure entertainment, man. Because honestly, it's people from two different, like almost two different parts of the world trying to argue their case against the other people and whatnot, and they talk about each other and don't even realize that they act just like each other. You got the lames complaining about the Pookie and Ray Rays, and the Pookie and Ray Rays complaining that the lames are complaining about the Pookie and Ray Rays, and it's some crazy wild stuff to watch, man. Because you got smart people on both ends talking smack about each other, right? And so all day, not all day. I mean, for a couple hours today, I was watching this live event go down, and it's some funny, wild stuff. Hey, look it up. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you find it on YouTube or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Shout out those guys. Subscribe and all that. It's just sharing information, man. People telling how they feel, and they putting out information out there. All right, so anyway, it got me thinking today about how these guys are making videos, right? And like I said, the lames are complaining about uh, something about the Pookies and Ray Rays of the world, right? And then the Pookies and Ray Rays are also making videos talking about how the lames are complaining about the Pookies and Ray Rays, right? And everybody's saying a lot of the same stuff. Stay in your lane. Mind your business and whatnot. Do better for yourself, right? They're saying it on both ends. The lames are saying it to the Pookies. The Pookies are saying it back to the lames, and they're just two opposite ends of the spectrum, kind of like the leftists and the alt right people. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all people living in the same bubble, right? All right, so you got people on the far side over here talking smack about the people on this side over here, and all the people in the middle are just enjoying the entertainment. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got Fox over here and CNN, and people in the middle are just like, it's all ridiculous, right? That was me all day. Every once in a while I'll go into the chat and just drop some, say some stupid stuff. Every once in a while I'll say something funny or something smart that makes sense, because there's a lot of stuff in there that you hear is like just nonsense, right? So it got me thinking. At the end of the day, out of all the information I heard, um, the best piece of information was like, you know, everybody should be just trying to make the best for themselves. You know, like your aim in life, especially because it's guys, right? And that's my thing. It's like I want to see men just doing better for themselves, man. The more men we got in the world, the more we'll build, the more we'll create. But you got to be actual man. You can't be a crying crybaby out there. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys that are calling themselves Pookies and Ray Rays, right? They're the tough guys. You know what I'm saying? That didn't go and get a education and whatnot after high school. Some of them didn't finish high school, stuff like that. Self-proclaimed Pookies and Ray Rays. All right, because in some parts of my life, I've been in the realm of the Pookies and Ray Rays. Okay, I got myself into some trouble without really getting in trouble. Okay, I never been locked up or nothing like that. So I consider myself lucky. Truly, just consider myself lucky. Smart enough to not get too deep into any trouble. But anyway, so the lames were saying how, not the lames, the Pookies and Ray Rays are saying that the lames need to just stay in their lane. When it comes to girls, just you know, go get the girls that want you. And they're trying to fire back. The Pookies are firing back at the lames, the smart dudes that went to school, and they're complaining that, girls are just trying to get with the Pookies and Ray Rays, and that's all they want. They want the alpha dude, and it's the beta guys, that never got no play from the girls, complaining about the alphas that got all the pretty girls and whatnot, and in reality, you know what I'm saying, like the lames, I call them lames, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just using that placeholder because that's what it is when you go looking for it. If you want to find this manosphere and all that, and if you search Pookies, you'll find the videos and whatnot. If you search lames, you'll find the videos, right? So it's just a placeholder, you know what I'm saying? I don't put anybody into that one category because at any given time, you never know who's who. Malcolm X would have been considered a lame, but he's a tough dude. Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't no punk, but the way he dressed, he could have been considered a lame. You know what I'm saying? So you got Muhammad Ali, he wasn't no punk. But if you heard him only talk and you didn't know who he was, you only heard his voice and his speeches, you sometimes he'd be a Pookie, sometimes he'd be a lame. Okay, so I don't place nobody in none of those specific realms or none. At any given time, somebody could be either or. Right. So what came to me was that, or what came to my mind while I was watching all this, is that everybody should be concentrating. Each man that's out there should be concentrating on becoming the best man he can be. Right. And the one thing that's common amongst all the coaches and stuff like that, all the life coaches, the dating coaches, the self-improvement people, psychologists, is like you got to make yourself the number one priority in your life. Okay, some people say they call it the central point of origin. Right, you got to be the most important thing happening in your life. Right, so I equate this to like considering yourself the sun of your galaxy. Like literally the sun. Okay, you are that big ball of fire that's burning, and you're giving energy to everything in your atmosphere. Like not even the atmosphere, like everything in your galaxy, everything in your space. If you can see it, that's yours. Right. So the first things first, like you got to concentrate on being the sun. Your job is to give life and energy to all those things around you that are important. Okay, for instance, our sun feeds the earth. Okay, if that sun fizzles down and stops burning, we're all gone like that in a heartbeat. Okay, the earth would freeze. We would literally just be standing up and freeze. Okay, that's how much warmth the sun puts out for us. And and the sun also has a magnetism to it, right? That keeps uh, all the other planets and uh, the moons and stuff like that. Like, it has a magnetism that keeps everything in proper order, right? And that's what a man is supposed to do in his life. Okay, the man is supposed to take the things that are important and all that, and keep order of the different things in his life, right? So for me, I say, that planet that's the closest to the sun, that's the health. Okay, that little planet, the one that's closest to the sun, is what kind of keeps the sun on a wobble. Okay, um, if you look it up, you can look it up on YouTube, read a science book and stuff like that. The sun is not just standing there in perfect place, just burning. It's a ball of gas that supposedly is moving around in the earth, right? And there's one planet that's the closest one, okay, is going around, and he goes around the fastest, right? And he keeps the sun, you know, kind of in balance, but it keeps the gases moving, right? That's a man's health. If a man loses his health, just like if the sun was to lose that planet, okay, that magnetism would fall off and the sun would get out of whack. That sun might start doing this. Okay, we might have temperatures where, one day it's 0 degrees and the next day it's 180 degrees just because the sun is doing this rather than this little wobble that it does. Okay, we're way out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sun's out here burning and we're way out here, but there's one little planet that's over here, and he's just going around real quick around the sun, right? So I consider that's like a man's health. All right. If a man loses his health gets out of whack, that could cause the man to get out of shape, to get unhealthy, which would start causing problems for all the other things in his life. Right. Um, Now, what is it like? Mars, I think Mars is like the second one or something, or no, Mars is the other way. I don't know. I know Mars is real hot, so I consider Mars. Think of Mars as like the wealth. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I say, okay, let me back up a little bit. I talk about health, wealth, and your energy. Okay, that's how I consider to become a man. You got to control those things, right? So I already talked about the health. Right, that's the closest one to the sun. That's one of the most important things you got to take care of. Okay, your wealth, and I'm not talking about just money, right? But the more money you have will give you the opportunity to free up more of your time. Okay, because time is the one thing that we all have that you never can get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. The more wealth you have, that's like more time. Consider, that's why when you hear people say time is money, that's right. The more money you have, the more time you have to do the things that you enjoy, right? So while Mars is going around, it has a magnetism, right? And it kind of helps that first planet do what he needs to do. Okay, so the wealth affects the health. Yeah, you can be real poor and be super healthy. That's true. That's why we say wealth is not the most important thing in your life, but wealth can create a healthy atmosphere if you control it right. Okay, you can't get out there and make $1 million a year and spend $1 million a year, because then you could be broke just like the dude that makes $15 an hour and spends $15 an hour. All right, so yeah, like people say, oh, wealth makes you evil. No, it don't, because evil was, if you believe in evil, evil existed before money did. All right, like all you religious folks that quote that stupid stuff like, oh, wealth is I don't even remember the stupid sayings. I'm not religious, you know what I'm saying, but I know it's something about wealth is the beginning of evil and all that. Nah, because Eve wasn't looking for money. Okay, she was looking for some fruit. She was looking for some health. All right. Greed. I think greed might have been the first evil. All right. So anyway, and wealth doesn't make you greedy. It's the want for something. That's the greed. Okay, that makes people do bad things. Okay, the politicians want more wealth. Okay, they want wealth. Okay, so that they can do the evil things in their mind. Wealth doesn't make them evil. Okay, they already have the evil in there. Just like when somebody gets drunk, they say you see the true person, right? You know what I'm saying? That um, somebody gets drunk, they either real nice, they lovey dovey and all that, or they calm and cool, straight arrow, or they just become that a hole that nobody likes, right? Some people got friends when he gets drunk. Nah, I don't want to be around that dude. So, um, so the wealth is an important part of your life that a man has to learn how to control. You got to learn how to make good decisions, right? And learn from the mistakes. Okay, you got to learn what a good decision is and what a bad decision is. That comes from doing stuff, right? So you got to learn how to control your health. Okay, you as the sun, you got this little planet going around. That's your health. Okay, you got this other planet, little hot planet over there, right? That's Mars. He's going around keeping the health in check while he goes around the sun. Okay, and then you got your energy. Your energy is the gases, right? The decisions that you make, the F's that you give. Okay, I'm trying not to swear because I would like it if I could monetize my channel one day. So I'm trying to avoid the swearing and cussing and all that on my channel, or at least out of my mouth. I don't know if this thing blows up one day, and we'll figure that out later. But anyway, like I said, I'm controlling my energy. You see what I'm saying? So your energy is the decisions you make, what you put effort into, and how you think on a daily basis, right? So it's like your relationships in life. Okay, um, think of the sun, right? It's this burning ball of heat. It's always calm and cool. It stays at its normal temperature, right? And us people over here on Earth, we enjoy that warmth. Yeah, it gets cold sometimes. Some people like the cold, and when it's hot, there's some people that like the hot, right? But we stay within a range of temperatures that is survivable. Okay, every once in a while, the sun does this thing where it just kind of burps and shoots out a ray of heat a little bit further than normal, right? And it knocks out our radio waves and stuff here on Earth. Like radio stations literally lose their signal for like sometimes 10 minutes, 5 minutes. It might only be 2 minutes, right? But that happens. It happens more than we know it, right? But that's just a little burp. That's just a little energy, right? And we have that as men, right? If you care too much about something, or not, I don't want to say care too much. If you put too much energy into certain things, it can cause chaos. It can cause a mess, right? And you don't want that in your life. But that's because you're not controlling that energy. Your mind has gone into a weird place, right? Where when you spaz out about certain things, or if you just had a bad day at work, a stressful day, and you come home and you take it out on your family, right? It's because you're not controlling that energy. You have this pent up frustration and all that. So as a man, we got to learn how to control that, plain and simple. Right? A man is not supposed to be emotional. That is a female's job. She's the nurturer. She's supposed to be the one that takes care of the babies and all that when something goes wrong, right? So she's supposed to be kind and nice and loving, right? But on the opposite end of that, there has to be balance. So a woman's mind, they can go from being real loving and caring and all that, but they need the balance of the other emotions so that they have that compassion, that empathy for the babies when the baby falls down or the baby's hungry. You know what I'm saying? They got to be ready to jump up and go do it, whatever their emotions tell them to do. That's why, we say women are emotional, right? Because they have a job. They have a, by nature's design, they're the nurturers. Okay, the men, we got to be steady. We got to be that lion that controls his pride. You know what I'm saying? A lion can sit out under a tree and he'll watch the elephants walk by if he ain't hungry, right? He'll watch the giraffes walk by, the rhinoceroses playing in the water hole. You know what I'm saying? He don't react. He don't just jump and get all crazy just because I'm out. He'll let the hyenas walk through, right? But what does he do? He pumps up his chest if they get too close, don't he? Yeah, he's ready. He lets them know, hey, don't come in here. Don't do it. All right. So as men, we got to be that lion. Okay, we got to be that sun that when the meteors and the asteroids are whipping around and all that, if they get too close to the sun, they ain't gonna have no effect on it, right? Okay, they're gonna hit that sun, they're gonna burn up. Plain and simple. Man, that's rock. The sun can melt rock. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, So getting back to energy, we know that there's some planets that are real far away from the sun, and they just out there frozen, right? They don't get no heat. They don't get no energy from the sun. Those are things that we don't care about. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just talking smack or whatever out there, like on YouTube today. I was watching, all I heard was a bunch of people getting emotional, the tough guys and the lames, both of them reacting the same way to what another person said, right? And they get mad, they start cussing at each other and calling names on YouTube, bro. Like I thought keyboard jockeys was bad back in the day when we only had chat. Now they got people that get live on camera and start talking, but because they're on the other side of the world or they're in different cities and all that, they get out there and they start yapping. But you would never see them people act like that in person. I mean, I've seen, and I would expect the Pookies and Ray Rays of the world to react like that, right? Because they got something to prove or whatever. They got to show who they are. But you would never see the lames and the Pookies going at it like that in the world. Like right now, we got these SJW freaks, right? It's a bunch of lames, okay, arguing with each other. Okay, the politicians and the smart college professors talking smack to each other, people talking all this smack about Trump, right? But when they see Trump, if Trump comes to their city or whatever, they ain't out there yelling and cussing like they do on the internet and all that, putting energy into just the worst things, right? So as a man, you got to learn to control your energy, right? And let those planets be out there frozen, okay? And sometimes, just like when I was growing up, I don't know what they're teaching the kids today, but Pluto wasn't a planet. Pluto was always a planet, okay? At some time in my adulthood, it came out that Pluto's not a planet. Pluto's just a little rock that's floating out in space, right? It's just close enough to the sun where it's stuck in that circular loop. Oh, let me turn my monitor is about to go off. Right? So every once in a while, you got to be like the sun and just say, you know what? You ain't even a planet, bro. Okay? You out of my life. You just a rock. You be out there. Okay? I'm just gonna watch you from afar. Right? Sometimes that's the energy of letting somebody go, letting people go. Right? You might have friends, people you grew up with, people that you see on the fly and all that. That just, if they're no good for your life, you just gotta let them go. Pluto don't do nothing for the sun. All right, it's not even. It's just barely on the outside of the sun's reach. Right, so it's not even doing that. It ain't keeping no balance or nothing. It don't affect the next planet next to it. So it's just there. So it's not even a planet no more. It don't count. It don't matter. And that's the energy as a man. You got to have that in your life, right? So if you want to be a man in this world, you got to learn to control these things. All right, the most important things in your life are your health, your energy, and your wealth. All right, so I'm gonna end this with that. Dang, I didn't know I was gonna go that long, but yeah, there's some wasted time in there. I might have to edit that out later on once it's on YouTube. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, put the little bell up there so that you know when I'm going live and all that. if there is a bell. I don't even know if it is on my channel yet or not. And yeah, we'll chat it up. We'll talk. I got a chat thing here where you can go in there and put messages and all that, and I can answer questions. One day I'll learn how to do the share or whatever. We could do a screen share, and we could have like a person here and here and here and here and here. We get a bunch of people in there, and we'll chat it up. But I'm gonna I'm gonna control it. I ain't gonna be like some of them chats I seen on YouTube. All right. You know, like I said, I like to control my energy. You know, I don't want people getting mad and stuff, mad at each other because they was on my site. You know what I'm saying? This guy said that and this guy said this, so I'm gonna show my emotions. I'm gonna roar like a lion from halfway across the world. It's just craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. All right. So yeah, be a man, be the sun of your galaxy. Okay, control your energy, take care of your health, take care of your wealth. All right, do better in life. Okay, watch for the next one. I'm always gonna come through with some red pills. This is just some of the things that you were never truly told growing up. You know, they told you to go to school, go to college, get a good job, and you'll be happy. You know, buy a house, white picket fence, 2.5 kids, and a dog, and maybe a couple cats and a pool. And that's not reality, man. We living in a matrix. A lot of people are stuck in that matrix. You got to get out. Okay, get out of that mindset that they told you, because that's just surviving, barely surviving. A lot of people that live like that, if they lost a paycheck, they'd be done. If they got fired today, a lot of people who were told that wouldn't even have the mentality to go out there and hustle and get the job or whatever. They might have a little bit of money saved up and stuff like that, but they're hurting. All right. And I hate to see people hurting, you know, so they need to open up their minds. And I'm just trying to spread some truth, bring some reality to the world. All right. I'm not a dating coach, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the girls, but one of these days I'll do a quick little chat about a guy and his energy when it comes to women, whether you're looking for a family or you're just looking for dates or a good time, whatever. We'll talk about that one day. Just because I only know my experiences, and my experiences haven't been as bad as some of the things I hear about, right? So I understand, but I don't quite know the experience of some dudes, whereas I haven't always been the best looking dude, so I don't know the experiences of that guy. So I can't speak for that guy that's always gotten the girls, or he was the attractive one. But and I can't speak for the dude that, what do they call them? They call them incels now. All right, they're involuntary celibates. All right, I can't talk for them just yet. I can give advice to those guys, ways to do better, fix yourself up, right, and become more of a man than they are, and give themselves a chance. Put themselves out in that playing field, climb out of the bottom 20-30% of men that will never, have a wife or a woman or a girl and all that. I can help you move out of that realm and into a realm of becoming at least an option for a woman that you desire or somebody you find attractive, as opposed to being a never. All right. So one of these days, pretty soon I'm gonna make a video, just about that. I'll just touch up on. So like I said, I'm not a dating coach. I don't have the energy. I'm not gonna waste my energy going too hard into specifically dating. All right, because there's some dudes, they take things too figuratively, too literally, and I don't have the time for that. It takes time to get somebody from zero to hero, right? So I want to take them from zero to doing much better in life. Okay, I concentrate on the aspect of being a man, period. Okay, not being a handsome ladies man. Okay, that's not my job, but I can teach you some things to do, that if you do this, and this, and you fix your energy and your health and your wealth, that'll get you a lot closer to your goals than just learning how to do the dating stuff. All right. So with that, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. See you on the next one. Aloha.